Hello, everybody. My name is Matt, and welcome to Green with Abundance. Today, I'm going to do a pick a card reading for what do you need to hear right now. So, you have four piles in front of you. So, you have pile number one with the penny, pile number two with the nickel, pile number three with the dime, and then pile number four with the quarter. So if you need to take some time to choose, pause the video right here and decide on which deck do you feel is what you need to hear right now. So you might just choose one, you may choose more than one, but take a minute and decide which one do you think works for you at the moment. All right, let's get started. All right, pile one. Let's take a look at what you got. So the first animal we have here is salmon. All right, then we have the pelican, the crow, and then we have the spider. Okay, so salmon says faith, determination, interdependence, and change. The pelican has ease, optimism, grace, cooperation. Crow has communication, transformation, story, and universal law. And then at the end we have the spider that has messenger, balance, awareness, and design. So off of these first four cards, it seems like you're working with either yourself or with someone else, because we have a lot of mental work here with communication and messenger. So you might be working with someone or you might be in conversation with someone. And I'm kind of getting the energy that something needs to change from this. Because we have change here, and then we have transformation here, and then we have awareness. So something is new here, or is in the process of becoming new. So let's see what your tarot cards have. So we have the King of Cups, the Hermit, the Three of Swords, and then the Six of Swords. So like I said earlier, we have a lot of communication here. So matching up with change, something has hurt you, and this is kind of you leaning towards moving on to something better. And you've kind of been sitting in this energy with the Hermit here, trying to figure out, is this good for me? Should I move on to the next phase after I've been hurt, or should I figure out where I belong? And this has a tie to emotions because we have the King of Cups here. So the King of Cups is your energy in terms of how you emotionally deal with other situations. So you might have had a strong attachment to this issue, and now you're kind of in the process of moving on, growing. You're optimistic here in terms of what could become new, and you might be working with others or working with some group in this process of understanding, what happened that caused this pain that you felt, and now you're in the process of, okay, I need to look at what happened, I need to figure out, what is going to work in my best interest, and then I need to start taking the opportunities in order to go in that direction. So you are probably in the process right now of designing or figuring out what your plan is going to be in order to move on to the next step. All right, so let's take a look at the other sets you have. So what we have is guidance from the owl. And then we have Law and Order from the crow. So the crow came back out again another time. So we have impeccability, correction, and virtue. So again, something happened that did not work out in your favor for whatever reason. And it did hurt you a lot in this case. So now you are probably trying to rectify what happened to you, and now you're ready to take the next step in taking control of what happened to you. And so now you're kind of leading into this energy of guidance here with the owl. And funny thing is, here's the owl, and then on the hermit card, we also have another owl in the picture. So you're definitely seeking towards some new knowledge that, or new direction that is going to work out in your favor. So you might be seeing things now from a new perspective that you probably didn't have before. And now that you have that knowledge, and now that you're regaining control of your emotional state, you're ready to move on. And that is key to this next step that you have going on. So right now you just need to really sit with yourself and understand, what do I need to do in order to make this change and move forward. Okay, so let's see what other two cards we have here. So we have Truth. Yep, that goes with your Law. And then we have Flourish. So you definitely learned something new here. I'm surprised the Justice card isn't here. So there is something that you learned that may or may not have helped you. I'm kind of hearing some truth here that didn't work out in your favor with someone or a group of people, and now you're ready to move on. You're ready to flourish. You're ready to take that next step. So when you are ready to take this next step, it's definitely important to realize, make those short-term goals. What do I need to be step one? What do I need to be step two? And then so on and so forth. Because if you're going into this change without a plan, then you're going to go through that same cycle again. And that's what you don't want to have. You want to change, but change for the better with a plan, so that way you flourish into the next part of your life. So there's a lot of birds here, so a lot of air, so you are definitely in this mental state. You're in this thinking state and trying to gain control of your emotions, because your emotions are really affected by this. Okay, and then the last part, let's look at some inspirational words. So what we have here is optimism. And so it says it encourages you to be playful. So during this time of, angst, you might be in your head a lot. It's a reminder to just have fun. Go out, enjoy yourselves, because if you stay in that mindset, you're going to be depressed, go through sorrow, and you need that courage. You need to flourish into that next step. Okay, your next one is responsibility. So you need to self-heal. So healing is a big part right now. So true healing is a journey that engages everything. So you need to take some time, stay in that hermit mode and figure out, what's going to get you through this next part, so that way, again, you don't repeat this cycle, because pain begets pain. And until you heal from that pain, you're not going to be able to have yourself in full alignment. So this card is telling you to start taking responsibility of your own actions, your own emotions, your own thoughts, and address anything that has hurt you, because it's time to move forward and get yours. Okay, and then the last one is stability. So that is also a thing you probably are seeking right now. Maybe this threw you off balance a little bit and now you're trying to come back to normal. So just remember, when you do go through these challenges, when you do go through these trials, of heartbreak, of pain, of loss, remember that you can take the next step, you can move on from this situation, and you can come back to your normal self before all of this chaos happened. Alright, so that's it for pile 1. Thank you for watching, and let's move on to pile 2. Alright, pile 2, let's see what your major cards say. So we have the caribou, the dragonfly, and then the jellyfish. So the caribou says perseverance, resourcefulness, movement, and determination. Alright, I like it already. Dragonfly, magic, spontaneity, immediacy, and change. And then jellyfish says transparency, sensitivity, surrender, and illumination. So I'm kind of getting the vibes that something is coming to fruition. And you may be having to do a little bit of sacrifice in order to get there. Because you have a strong animal here with the caribou, but then the delicacy of the jellyfish, and then the dragonfly is the transformative part of this sequence. So there's an increase happening here, and it's going to take a little bit of effort. It might be a little bit difficult because I'm seeing sensitivity, I'm seeing resourcefulness, perseverance. So this has been a short journey here to get to this spot. So let's look at your tarot cards. So we have the Five of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, the World, and then we have the Six of Wands. Okay, so yeah, that makes exact sense. There was this journey of change from some loss to this place of success and completion and achievement. And you had to get into this Queen of Swords energy in order to do that. You had to change your mindset and become the strong person mentally in order to get to where you needed to be. So I'm just going to clarify this Five of Pentacles. Let's see where this Five of Pentacles is. Alright. Okay. And then one flew all the way over here. Okay, so let's see. So we have the Page of Wands, Strength, and the Nine of Pentacles. So I'm kind of getting this energy that you kind of had to dig yourself out of this. Whatever that loss was, you had to find that inner power, because you have strength here. You had to dig in there because you want yours. You want your independence. Nine of Pentacles here. You want that individuality. You want that self-worth, and you hit this mark with the Six of Wands and the World card here. You have definitely got there, or that's your plan to get there. You want it, it's there in your reach. You've changed your mindset, and you're wanting to get back into that balance that you didn't have before when you were in this energy of lack. But the beautiful thing is you had that fire energy here, and because you have Page of Wands, Strength, Leo energy, you have the Six of Wands, and then Saturn here at the end telling you, you've had this completion. You made this change. So change is right here with the dragonfly. You made this change through your determination to get to this place. And now you are sitting in it, or you will sit in it if you haven't gotten there yet. You may still be in this early energy of, I have this passion to take care of myself, and you're ready to move on to this journey. But for some of you, I feel like you're already here. You're already in this place of, I've done so much, and I just need to sit and just enjoy the moment. That's awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So let's see what cards you have here. So you have expansion. So definitely next to the world, you have transformation. Up there it is. Change. And then you have intuition. So very nice card. So you are definitely growing. So expansion, you are transforming yourself to get to this place where you can start growing. And this is where your hard work has come in. Now you're ready to take that next step, and you're following your intuition into what is best for you. And you're finally stepping into this power of, okay, I know what I want, Queen of Swords, and I'm going to take care of my needs, and I'm going to get my success and my achievements and what I deserve, because you deserve it. All right, so let's look at some more. So we have the slug telling you to rest now that you've gotten to this place. You have porcupine, which is innocence. And then the dolphin, which says breath. So now, so basically what this is saying is you need to chill. It's time to take care of yours. So be receptive, take that time off, definitely sit in the present and enjoy the fruitions of your work. You know, maybe you didn't have that roof over your head, maybe you didn't have that fresh hot meal before, maybe you had to deal with a lot of death, maybe you had to deal with a lot of pain and trauma, but now you are given permission to just sit. Just sit and love yourself, take care of yourself. Here it says self-love, childlike, definitely. If you couldn't be a kid when you should have been, 15, 16, 17, now's the time. If you didn't have the opportunity to enjoy, going outside for a walk, or, getting your first animal, maybe a pet dog or something, now's the time to do that. Maybe you weren't able to go to that theme park when you were a child because finances were tight. Now is your time to rest and enjoy. Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. Take care of yourself, enjoy the luxuries, because this is what you want. And then if you're not there yet, as long as you continue on this path that you're on, you will be okay. All right, and then you have one last card. This is your advice, and lo and behold, it says independence. So this is you right here, Nine of Pentacles, independence. So you need to recognize your true strength, because you need to sustain, direct all your loving energy to external sources and relying on those sources to sustain you. Now is the time for you to take action. Fill your strong, independent heart from within so that you may offer love even when you're broken hearted. So you definitely had that broken heart before, and now you're in that place where now you can open yourself to share all the riches, all the bounty that you have to give to this world. This is awesome. This is beautiful. And the crazy thing is, this is the deck that's been staring me in the face after the cards were picked. So this is my message. This may be your message. but definitely enjoy the fruits of your labor. All right, so that was pile 2. Thank you. Let's move on to pile 3. All right, hello to those of you that chose pile 3. Let's take a look at your major card. So what we have here is the Python, discernment, detachment, transformation, and renewal. We have the squirrel, resourcefulness, vigilance, preparation, and busyness. And then we have the albatross, faith, endurance, journey, and hope. So the crazy thing is, in the last 2 piles, there was a lot of change and transformation, either moving on or stopping before you take the next step. So here we're seeing a little bit more of it because snakes shed their skin. So we're definitely in this place of we need to, or we have taken the necessary steps, and now we're ready to move forward and step out on this new journey in faith. So maybe this is a project you're working on, maybe this could be a relationship you're working on that you're ready to take the next step in, or the next step in your relationship if you just met someone or you have known someone for a while. Or maybe it's time to let something go and then try something new. That could be the other end of this. But this is something you have been working towards. So let's see what we got here in your tarot. So we got the 10 of Cups, hey, and then the 10 of Swords, and then this came out in reverse. So you have reached something that is awesome. So this is definitely an ending of something. We have 10-10. So you have reached this point of something that has worked out in your favor, and now you may be ready to continue on this path. You may have found what generally has worked for you. And then if it hasn't worked for you in its completion yet, even though we have the 10 of Cups here, maybe you're just ready to sit in this moment and enjoy it because you might be in fear that it might not come back. So definitely, enjoy this journey you have gone on because you've used the resources, you were prepared, and you have set foot in this. Okay. But let me just look at the 10 of Swords really quickly, just for some clarification here. So the 10 of Swords, why is the 10 of Swords here? What's this part about? Anything else with this 10 of Swords? Okay, so we have the 2 of Wands, the 3 of Swords, and then we have the Tower showing up at the bottom. So again, so some preparation took place in order to move on from something. I'm seeing that this is in the past, so something has caused you some pain and you learned your lesson from it, and now you're ready to move on from said lesson with the knowledge you have because you're ready to take on that next step to your happiness, your emotional happiness. So again, this is definitely a feeling of a lesson learned. And maybe this could be a, fool me twice situation. Fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice, or fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me situation. So that's what I'm getting from this. And now that you learned it, you're like, okay, I got this. Okay, so we have one phrase. So we got unique gifts. So something special to you have discovered is what makes you happy. So whatever lesson you learned, it came out on top with something that you have a new skill. That's what this is telling me. Something you learned came out of this. What it could be, you know, a trade, it could be a new language, a new skill of some sort. Maybe you were switching careers, maybe you learned a new skill and now you're trying to find a job in that new skill you learned. Could be anything. But there's something here that you have to offer to others that will work out in your benefit. Okay, so let's see what other animals popped up. So again, we have transformation again with the butterfly. We have independence with the cat. And then tantra with the tiger. So another feline animal. So we have a radical shift and a transformation. That's why the tower is here. So there was some shakeup that put you into this place of what is going on. Whatever that was, it got you into this place of, okay, I need to sit by myself and figure out what I can do to avoid this situation again. And whatever that situation was, it definitely put you probably at a low point, maybe not as low, but it kind of knocked you off your feet a little bit because now you're in this phase of growth, transformation, changing. We have transformation here, Python, we have it here with the butterfly. The tiger says sudden shift. We have the tower card over here. And now you're in this place of, okay, now that I know what I have, now that I know what I can offer, I can move forward into this next space. And so one general word of advice, we have clarity. So definitely, again, something learned. So who are you really? And that's the first question right there. So maybe this was a transformation of discovery. You know, who are you? What brings you happiness? What brings you true growth? What brings you that sense of togetherness? So that way you can truly grow into your person, who you really are. So you're bringing together the lost connection between your spirit and the physical world. So now you may feel like you're back to yourself. So I think that's the bigger picture here, is maybe you lost yourself and now you're kind of rebuilding the pieces now that you know who you really are. What are you willing to tolerate? What are you willing to not tolerate? What are your boundaries? What brought you pain that you no longer want to feel again, so that way you can reach your true happiness? So I like this energy of now you know who you really are, or you're in this process of figuring out who you really are because of what happened to you. Now you're in this area of healing, and now you're ready to start the next phase or chapter of this life progression. So awesome. And you have something to offer. Maybe you know what it is, maybe you don't know what it is, but you have something to offer. You have a unique gift. Whatever that gift is, package it up and sell it to the world, because now you know what it is. All right, awesome. Thank you for pile number 3. Let's move on to pile 4. All right, hello to those of you that chose pile 4. So let's get into your cards. So we have the whale and then water. So we definitely have a lot of emotions going on here. So we have unity, resonance, magnificence, and mastery. That's good. And then water, feeling, awakening, expression, and life. So something has come to pass here. Maybe you mastered something, or maybe you're just finally like in this energy of I'm lively, I'm awake, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to take, you know, move forward in life. So there's a lot of, I'm feeling, definitely feeling vitality in this. Definitely feeling like something is working out. But let's see what's in your tarot cards. I think you guys got the most out of the four. So let's see what we got. So we have the Hierophant, Temperance, Death, not a major, Eight of Cups, Seven of Wands, Seven of Swords, and then the Four of Wands, and then the Queen of Cups. So there's our water right there. So there is definitely this energy of transformation, moving on, leaving, and figuring out what was going on because it kind of threw you for a loop. But let's just look at the Seven of Swords really quickly. Seven of Swords. Alright, anything else? Alright, not too bad. Not too bad. Anything else? Seven of Swords. Oh, there's a big message here. A really big message. Alright. Yeah, so this definitely has to deal with something being out of balance, but to your favor. So the big thing that's popping out for me right now is we have the Queen of Cups and then we have Temperance, and then those two cards also showed up in the clarification. So in this high emotional energy, there's this knowledge of, okay, I need to leave this and start taking care of myself because it's not working. And this life, this vitality that's now coming in is because of a realization that whatever situation this was that wasn't working for you, now you're ready to take the next step on. So again, we have another theme of moving on. Seems like in 2020 people are moving on. So we also have, so with the Seven of Swords, this planning energy is around probably either a group of some kind, potentially a job, or just something that wasn't emotionally fulfilling right now. And you may have been in this energy of you've been deceived because the Hierophant is in reverse. Something, some belief, some pattern that you may have had, you may have felt deception around. You may have felt cheated. But even though you felt cheated, you've learned a lot because the Sun is here too. You learned a lot and now you're ready to defend yourself with the Seven of Wands. And you're ready to take care of this new place you're ready to go towards. So even though you might temporarily be in that energy of, oh, I gotta watch out for my back, I gotta look out for myself, I gotta take care of myself, at the same time, you don't want to become too hardened with that because you don't want to hurt those other relationships around you. You may, feel like you got to stab some people from time to time, but that is actually hurting you rather than getting you back into this emotional balance that you want, because you feel like you're not there, or you're trying to get back to where that was. So just be careful of getting back into that negative energy, because if you do, then you're going to stay in this place of just wild emotions, wild thinking, wild behaviors, wild thinking patterns that are led by your heart rather than your head. And you might lose your train of thought process, which kind of puts you into this energy of, I got to do what it takes regardless of who I hurt along the way. And you don't want to do that. You want to keep going. You want to keep the same positive energy you wanted before this whole time. And luckily, you're now in this place because we have death, and now you're in this energy of rebirth with temperance because we have 13, 14 here. So whatever you learned that you didn't now, or you have learned that just doesn't work out for you, or maybe there's, some person in your life who you once held in regard to the highest standard, and now you're like, never mind. They were complete trash, complete garbage. I can't believe I even listened to them, and now you're moving on because it's not serving you in your best interest. So there's a lot of room here for growth. The passion's there. But now you're just trying to get into this unification again, this place of, I'm okay, I'm good, now I'm ready to live my life the best that I can. Okay, so what we have here is the third eye chakra. So definitely taking the time to sit and understand this knowledge, because the eye is here too, of what didn't work out. So now you're in this place of, maybe you need to sit and really digest, what do you know? Or what do you believe you know? Or what do you think is real? Could be a relationship. Maybe you thought a relationship was real and it wasn't. Maybe there was a group of friends you had and then it turns out that they weren't what they said you were. Or maybe there was a situation that just threw you for a loop that you didn't know was happening, and you're ready to get back into balance. And then we also have the fifth chakra, your throat chakra. So you definitely need to speak about it. Maybe you're holding this in. Maybe this is something you need to talk to somebody with. Maybe someone who you thought you could trust, maybe you can't trust them anymore, so maybe you need to find another person and release what is inside you. Maybe you need to, take that time to just write down your thoughts. Hey, if you need a journal because you can't say anything, get a journal. If you need to type it out or write a blog post, go for it. But you need to voice this situation to someone, whether it be someone close, family, a close friend, maybe a relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, or maybe just on a piece of paper. Maybe, if you have the opportunity to see a therapist, go to the therapist and voice this, because this is something that's blocking your head right now, because you got your throat and then the top of your head. So I feel you're congested right now. Like all that blocked energy in your head, you might just be feeling like, ugh, I can only imagine. And then the last one, we have a new path emerging. So a new beginning here, death energy here, so definitely a change. Something new is growing here from this change, from what you thought was right to what you now believe is true. And now you're ready to take that next leap. So you guys have a lot of cards. So going on, we have a couple more. So we have the gorilla, dominance. So again, taking charge, making yourself central to this issue. And then we have gathering together. So gorillas naturally, similar to humans, go in packs. So whatever pack you have, definitely get these ideas, get your voice your concerns, voice your pain if there is pain, and just get it out. We have the frog, cleansing. So again, taking care of yourself. Maybe you've been neglecting yourself, and now's the time to get back into balance. The bear, introspective. So definitely taking the time to sit and understand what you had trouble with, going with your third eye, understanding the depths of what happened in the situation that you had to leave, and healing and cleansing yourself. And then we have the Black Panther, but this came out in reverse. So the Black Panther normally is the courageous one who stands firm and is ready to move onwards. Think of. And so the bigger thing I'm seeing here is you may need to just stop and take a break, and definitely start meditating, start voicing your concerns, start voicing your problems, start releasing, because until you start doing that and understanding, the pain, where you're coming from this introspection and this depth, you're not fully going to move forward. You're just going to stay in this stuck shock mentality. So definitely rely on others around you. If you have, friends, family, a close person, and just open up to them and have the in-depth conversation. And you may need to preface by saying, I just need someone to listen without opinion, because I've been bottling this in for so long and I'm ready to move forward, but until I voice my concerns, until I open up and start saying these things, I'm going to remain blocked. And so the last one that is here is the cardinal, personal authority. So definitely stepping into your own power, being strong, defending yourself, saying what you got to say. You made it this far. You can keep going as long as you start taking care of yourself, surrounding yourself with positive people, because maybe someone in the past wasn't so positive, maybe they harmed you, whatever the situation was. So now the time is to sit with yourself and grow. Okay, and then we have our one advice card here, which says consciousness. So awaken your consciousness, awaken that third eye, so you can help break out those outdated personal beliefs or personal stories or emotions that are holding you back. So whatever this was that happened, now's the time. Now you're awake. Now you are seeing what is, what truly is, and now you're trying to get yourself back to the place where you once were. All your emotions were all messed up. You're overfilled or underfilled. You don't know where you are with it. But now this trigger of understanding that loss in trust, that loss in belief, has now got you to this place of, okay, there is another side. I can get there. I'm hurt right now, but now I'm ready to get back to the place where I can be and sit in my stable community, my stable place, because I was definitely not there at the time. So again, reach out, if you do need to talk to someone, again, family, friends, or maybe a therapist or a random third person who you just need to just let it out. Open your throat chakra, start understanding why it is, what happened, where can you go from now, and now just live. Now you can live, get your emotions back in order, get your balance back. Because until you move on from this and until you address it, you're just going to stay in this stuck energy, this area of resistance, and you're going to hinder that growth process. So this was a lot. Hopefully something comes to fruition from this, and it's up to you. But I think you're going to do it because you want that place of balance and peace, and that's the big thing I'm seeing here, that balance between your life and your emotions, the balance between the spirit and your body. All right, thank you, pile 4. That is the end of this reading. Take care and enjoy the rest of your week.